still there, rolling puppy goes, but no one checks ramps!
This position, they can hold this crossfire. That's the fall line.
Oh no!
The collateral double kill! Spray down not available for him. Flash drive looking at punish it. Kicks gets two. It's Alex to come up alive again. Ooh, disruptive party touches, but does he expect the upper angle? He does not.
Welcome back to the third map of the series. We have Fracture coming up. We've played two of them. There was one granted win for Excel since they came through the upper bracket. I'm Janiro, your host, joined by MP, aka Tinkerbell. And we got Pavlos on the desk as well this time around.
Peter
Pan. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Yeah, they're joining me here today. Let's talk about last map first. Pavlos, that performance from Finest, they found their rhythm, they found their tune, and they went for it.
They really did, and I think I've got 3 points of analysis to make for this one.
Okay.
You seen?
Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right, right? Yeah, no, insane performance, and I think it was most, if not all, off to the back of that guy.
No judge this time either, so I think that might have helped a little bit as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have 3 more points. It's Raze, Nades, and Showstopper. That was like insane.
Nice.
And we're going in the Fracture, where Raze is actually really, really good. It's played most of the time. And if Yasin is on a roll like that, it's gonna be really tough. You have that Breach to combo with as well.
Yeah.
You have Brimstone, Brimmy with the Stimmy. You can give some speed for Yasin. Yasin just going in with those satchels. I think it's gonna be really, really good, especially on the attack side. But the defensive, it's gonna be really, really good. Like we saw on Icebox, splitting up those players, especially in A main. I think that's gonna be the key.
Now, speaking about Brimmy with the Stimmy and the Zoom, are we expecting a Neon on this one, Pavlos?
No, I'm not expecting a Neon on this one, I don't think. What is interesting, though, that could differentiate things is the fact that Excel haven't played this map for a month. Last time they played it was against H2O during the regular season at the beginning of June. Now it's July. That's quite different from Finest. They played it the other day, so we kind of know what they like to play on it now. But since the meta changes, since all the additions and kind of things that they've changed within their composition and the style they want to play, we could be seeing a potential difference in how Excel will be approaching this.
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you expecting different agents this time around?
I feel like there might be a chance for that Fade. There has been few of these teams that really want to take Fade on this map, but I don't see Excel as one of those. I feel like there's really not agent that they want to replace for the Fade. I think the Breach is something that they really want to keep. The Omen on Foxy, definitely. Omen or Foxy really likes to play that Omen. I feel like sometimes it's really hard to see Foxy playing that Omen, especially in Haven for me. He went for those early round kills. He was one of those players that went in as the first player, which is really rough for me. But I think that might be different for this next map.
The agents, however, from both of these teams are going to determine not just the playstyle, but potentially who's going to be walking away with the win. Yasin on Raze, that's exactly what we thought.
Yeah, that is exactly what we thought. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the compositions that we could expect from Finest. It's exactly the same. When you go to Excel and you go to the matchup they played against H2O, also exactly the same. No differences.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the differences I was thinking that could potentially be here, Mo going for that Fade, and maybe they have Breach in Patitech or KO bringing up here, but they wouldn't have that Raze, which is really, really tough. And I like that they are both sticking to the same composition. I think Excel had hard time against H2O, 7 rounds lost, but still they won that game.
Fracture coming your way with Moxie and Twiggy. Guys, take it away.
All right, we're all done with Russia, all done with Fracture. Now we're heading to good old Southwestern America for a bit of Fracture. I didn't know that's where it was, actually, until I looked it up just a second ago. It is apparently in New Mexico, so there you go.
The more you know.
Yeah, that can help, definitely, with strats, definitely. I don't know how, but...
It's going to be interesting, too, because like they said on the desk, right, both of these teams don't really play Fracture all of that often. Actually, the last time we saw it was a month ago. Finest, we did see it on the first. However, that was only the second time in competitive play they've actually opted to field into this map, so they do have a 100% win rate on it.
Okay.
However, of 2 times, it's not the most impressive stat.
Yeah, you know, well, it counts for something at the very least. Excel are going to start on the attack, and they are going to start over towards B. It is, I would say, a default pistol round. Chihuahua is going to be clearing sewers here, along with his friend, Foxy. The rest of the team holding downstairs, although Patatek seems to want to take a detour towards sewers as well. Kix is waiting over towards Arcade. I think you can see some pings there from XL. They're aware that maybe Finest have pushed round past Arcade, back to their own spawn. They haven't. They are waiting here for them, and Kix turns around at just the wrong time. Foxy capitalizes, get that first kill, get the opening kill. Yassine finds one, finds two! Oh my god! The classic in Yassine's hands is absolutely deadly. He'll get taken down in the end, but the damage has been done. Chihuahua is by himself, Ghost in hand. That's a lonely position to be in.
Yeah. It looked so good for XL. They did everything perfectly. The toxin screen was placed absolutely wonderfully to cut off Finest line of sight from tower, so they could approach that B site from those two angles. And then Yassine just comes in with a classic and gets a free piece.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think anyone, least of all XL, was expecting that one to happen. Chihuahua has actually gone all the way past Bunker.
I mean, it was an impressive little run there from Chihuahua, but it ended in tears.
It did.
Oh.
It did very much, and I'm sure XL have got to be pretty salty about that one because, like I said, the strats were all that. The approach was pixel perfect. And then it was just Yassine. And
Yassine.
The guy, we talk about it, he's one of those carries, he's one of these players that Finest look towards. He does have a lot of momentum. And he is coming off of the back of an absolute monstrous round of Icebox. And he's apparently just hitting the ground running.
Yep. Well, they'll need a little bit more of that. 2 more maps for them to make up if they want to pull off that reverse sweep. Obviously, best of 5. And as well as that, the upper bracket advantage for XL. They're going to spray down some members. It's the firing range here in America, and it's only Alive left. 4 bodies on the ground. A Spike as well. Alive coming around from behind, but I think Kix is fully prepared.
Yeah, this is very characteristic of Fracture, isn't it? As soon as these rounds start, it is just an absolute bloodbath from the defense, getting so far aggressive, like able to just have a lot of momentum very early on as these rounds start. And for Finals, like Yassine buys a Vandal, but it isn't even Yassine who's doing the most. It's just a little bit of spray to chip up those health bars. XL now should be able to try and go aggressive themselves, and this is why we see Finals now splitting apart, making sure that they have coverage both onto the A and the B, and that they will go for early contact in ropes and holes as well, trying to bait out that utility that can be extremely chaotic, extremely dangerous with that raise. Things like those paint shells and the satchel packs in close quarters can do so much damage to your health. So too can a Headhunter, but Machina is not going to be able to find that pick. Does get information on where those 2 players are and can fall back to the rest of the team. Still safe though.
There's a bit of an early fault line from Mo, and he'll pay in blood, just a little bit. Not too much.
It's just a donation.
Yeah, exactly. Donate blood. It's for a good cause. Foxy starting to make his entrance, but Machina, once again, he'll hit a shot. He won't take too much damage for himself. He'll keep him away. He's done a very good job of defending stairs so far.
Oh, he's pushing them to A.
He is indeed.
And that means they're going to run into Yassine.
That's pretty impressive with a Marshal.
Yeah.
Going, hey, 5 people.
They're worried.
Get out.
They do know that if that Marshal connects and chips away that health, if anyone on Finest are running any of these rifles, and we do know that this is a team that do like to force their cash, they are going to have
Spectre as
a hard time. But they're
incredibly
going so slow to a gate. This is getting really dicey because now not only are they going to be running into Yassine, they're going to be running into Bonka, who's got another fault line and can slow them down. And there's the push. A main entirely occupied. As XL will be the ones coming up in the kill feed, but 22 seconds left. They have to find some way of seeing Yassine. He's got 1, he's got 2, he's 5 HP, but he can still use utility! How? Yassine! How?
I'm speechless. Beset on all sides by XL players, Yassine keeps his cool. He sprays 2 in the face. He sends out a satchel, he sends out a paint grenade. Both of them land perfectly.
I need a minute.
Sends it out, he sends out a satchel. He doesn't have to do anything. He has 2 members still alive. Even if he dies, there's no problems.
All XL need to do is flick him in the forehead with 1 stray bullet.
Yeah,
5 HP.
I don't even know what to make of that.
Yassine, my man. How?
My guy, you can't do that. Okay, XL forced onto another save. Forced down to 4 sheriffs and a headhunter. Just to keep some money up for next round, get some rifles going. But all the while giving Finest a lot of money. However, Machina is now dead. And the death insurance here in Fracture or at least for Finest's team, is not very good. They don't get anything out of that. Maybe a weapon. That's about it. Kicks is going to be stunned up, just throws out a fragment. That's not going to keep him away. We've seen how XL like to push through utility. The timing on that from Bonkar, perfect. He'll get the kill onto Alive before he can rendezvous away. They can try and make this retake happen. That's a perfect showstopper. Yassine is on fire. Yassine is absolutely on fire. He's taken out, but he's done all the work he needs to. Finest take their 4th round. They're unstoppable.
It's not just Yassine. Destructive drops the orbital strike dead set in the middle of XL. They have no choice. They're either going to die to the Brimble or they're going to fall to Yassine Showstopper.
Oh boy,
and
I'm scared.
What a show they're stopping. This should have been XL's show. Everybody thought that XL would be running this show.
The micro correction from Yassine. He was aiming default. He sees one person heading towards stairs and he knows that somebody else might be inside that smoke.
Instantly
he corrects just a tiny amount, sends it 2 degrees off to the left, smacks 2 people, perfect dead center. My man is not missing at all right now. He's 10 kills up, 4 rounds into the game. He's not given XL anything to be proud of so far. Alive will take down 2. He's taking matters into his own hands. He is the pseudo-duelist of the team. He has to do a lot of work. Chihuahua gets down Machina, but Yassine is still alive.
Yassine's still alive, don't count Finest out.
It's Yassine and Bonkar, the dynamic duo here of Finest. If anybody can do it, it is them, but the spike is down on the ground.
For XL, they've separated themselves. They have isolated themselves of their own positioning.
Right.
And Yassine is going hunting.
Okay. Well, he's got a lot of work to do. This is, even for Yassine, a monumentous task. Spike gets to its next phase. Somebody is flanking around him. Alive is going to see him eventually. There it is. Took a bit of time. He got it in the end. Now Yassine is no more. It is just Bonkar left. No time left on the clock. He's going to look for exits. He had a tiny knife there. Little razor. I don't know what happened, but that was kind of cute.
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
But XL will be able to take the first round of their attack and can start to creep forward. They've also been able to grab up that operator from Finest's hands. And so it's not going to break their bank coming into this next round, still going for the rifles. Instead, we're going to have a good old-fashioned up-off Twiggy.
Oh boy.
This is what you love to see, both
yes, you do.
in the hands of the chambers. And it's going to be a matter of metal. Do you, when you see the other chamber with an op, rendezvous out, or do you stick around and hold your ground?
Yeah. Are you gonna be pressing the left? Oh, look at his tiny knife. Are you gonna be pressing the index finger on your left hand or your right hand, or have you unbound E? Well, Powder Tech is going in, and what a great teleport. The timing on that was absolutely perfect. He does take a lot of damage, but he is going to get out of that. At the very least, Machina lives to see another day. Lives to see a main a little more. The rest of the team, they are coming in there. Anti-flash plate. He gets out of the way of that one. Pastek is going to move in first. 2 players on site, very low HP, but Kix is ready with the headshot from the Phantom. Machina can pick up some nice positioning off of the back of that one. Has the choice now, Operator or Vandal. What do you want to go with? The rest of the team of XL still in a main, still playing it slowly.
It's going to be so hard for them too, because they have no presence on the B. If they try and rotate around, they are going to be running into Finest's lurk, and Destructive is starting to make their move. Kix will go down though. That should allow them a little bit more leeway to move forward, but there's Yassine! Oh my goodness, he's able to pick up 2, and suddenly it's falling apart, but Chihuahua with 2 as well, able to snap back, and now it's just Machina, Foxy, and Chihuahua. 30 seconds left.
All right.
Foxy has to use the TP to get onto that B site and start to plant. Machina might be able to cut him off in time, just
timing there.
In a nick of a second. Foxy's able to get those way into tower, and Machina's going to come up the rope, swaps over to the pistol, not able to find the shot. Foxy will be able to take the chamber down, and XL will be able to take a round, but my goodness, Twiggy, was it costly?
You give Yassine an inch right now, he's going to take, not just a mile, he's going to take...
the whole map.
The whole map. Everything. Everything you own. He'll take everything.
You'll take this map,
Your
you'll take
house?
Icebox, you'll take the map after.
Yeah, your house, your family.
It's free real estate.
Nothing's safe. Nothing is safe from Yassine. 12 and 4 so far, but all of those have been unbelievably impactful kills. He gave his team an into the rest of that round. Unfortunately, XL had the metal to stick it through, bring it back, but he's a scary man right now.
You want to play?
He's very scary. Tour de force is used here. Alive is going to push all the way forward. Patatech once again opening it up with 2 Satchels, running out of EMEA. Machina once again holding it down with an operator in hand, waiting for him to turn around the corner, but the showstopper's out. He doesn't miss his shot. Patatech gets that first kill. Chihuahua is going to use the Viper's Pit to cut off the whole site. They can get that spike down for free.
It's going to be risky. You've seen as 2 kills away from that showstopper and being able to counter out that Viper's Pit. And XL surely are not wanting to stick around in it. Patatech's going to be able to pick out Bonka, but you can see the reluctance from Chihuahua to actually sit in the Viper's Pit to be predictable in the movement. But Patatech is showing that it's both raises in this lobby, Twiggy.
This is great.
Both raises.
Oh man, I love a showstopper measuring contest here. That's
jousting,
great.
You know?
Yeah, it is. It is like jousting. It's like a sword fight.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see the showstopper versus showstopper because Patatech did use theirs.
Yeah,
that
I mean, it was a euphemism, but you know. Mo finishes off that round, denies the ace. XL are going to use a timeout now, which is probably good timing, actually. I feel like either use it when you're 4 rounds down or use it to slow down some momentum, because Finest are still finding kills. They're still finding value. Yassine is still getting kills. You need to slow him down.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Yassine used Showstopper in the exact same round as Destructive, but Destructive is 3 kills and ult orbs away from getting another orbital strike, and Yassine already has that Showstopper already. Like, that goes to show just how much this guy is currently doing, the amount of impact that he is having on this match. And XL are actually terrified of running into the race. You see it in the way that Chihuahua, when he drops that Viper's Pit, it's not just the Viper that refuses to stay in the Viper's Pit, it's the entire team.
Yeah.
Instead, they position themselves around it very clockwork style, so that if Yassine does try and throw either the paint shells or the satchel packs in, you will be able to catch that raise out as they need to get close to
Yassine has made a choice here in that he's brought himself down to 1,100 credits instead of 1,700 if he were to just buy half armor, which tells me that he's confident here with the Sheriff. He's looking to actually get value out of this round at the very least, to survive for a long time. Obviously, with a showstopper, you want as much health as you can get, but also buying that Sheriff, I think he's looking to get a few kills on the board at least, even on this eco round. XL playing it slowly. Once again, it seems like that's the only way.
Oh, they're going to cross Yassine. This is so dangerous because they're also going to be running into Destructive. If he drops that Sky Smoke, and there it is. The satchel pack is coming from Patatech. It's actually going to bait out that showstopper. This is exactly what XL were planning on. They wanted to give away their positioning. They wanted to use that showstopper away, but they're just able to get onto the zip line and grapple away in time. And that showstopper from Yassine has been pulled out and will mean that XL can start to intrude onto the B.
Ooh. It's getting close. Alive gets his way in. He'll take down Destructive. Now it's just Yassine and Bonkar once again. And they don't have any weapons to save, so might as well try and do something here.
It's a frenzy, though.
It is.
You never discount the
frenzy.
Know.
You never know. Bonkar is going to come through. If he gets around behind Alive here without Foxy seeing him, could be massive. Mo is just dropped down. Yassine isn't quite hitting the shots he was earlier in the game. He'll miss that one down. A headshot from Bonkar onto Foxy, but that's not enough from that distance for a frenzy. The one facet in which a frenzy is not really the best weapon to hold.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you do wish that you could be just a fly on the wall on some player comms. We don't even need to on that round. Like, we know that XL are literally just like, okay, satchel pack, go, 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 go! Yeah. As fast as you can. It's not the gingerbread man, it's
Yassine.
The demolitions expert, that raise.
Yeah. I mean, the color of the clothes are ginger, in a way. The kind of orange camo. So, kind of gingerbread woman, I guess. I don't know. Out comes the Rolling Thunder. Patatech is going to use it to move around the corner very quickly. Get in towards sight. Chihuahua sprayed down Mo to the rescue. Perfectly timed. XL getting their mojo back as they move in. Yassine cannot find a kill. Patatech takes them by surprise, and there's only 2 players left to Finest, and I think Machina, at the very least, wants to save that operator. I think that round is already over.
Yeah, they're not going any closer to that A site. They know that they want to keep that up in hand, as XL are starting to find the confidence.
Yeah.
They have been able to pick out where Yassine does like to hole up in. They know that he does like to drop those boombots very early out from ropes into hole. And they will be able to punish, read out where that raise is. And the second that they do remove that raise, unless they run into kicks, there isn't really anything that can slow them down if they do want to try and push, and that is why they've actually been actively avoiding this B site. Knowing that, ooh, that could have been nasty. Knowing that trying to push those 2 split focal points of tower, especially when there's something like a breach, a KO, and a raise in play, it can be very hard to unseat them unless you have something like a KO yourself.
Yeah, oh my god, Kicks. He's insane. Oh, Kicks, go on. Nice. Absolutely meaningless kills, but...
Not quite meaningless.
Well, okay, it gets him a little bit of money. Doesn't take anything away from XL, though.
Yeah, it does force them to buy a couple of rifles, though.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah.
it does start to descend
no, my
them.
9,000 credits. What am I going to do with all this money?
It does start to descend them, not to
Yeah.
the lower drags.
Yeah, I don't think
But
I don't think they're
mid-class.
worried.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah. It's like,
It's
oh
not
no,
quite the crown jewels that
I'm
they're
not going to be
sitting
able to buy
on.
takeaway every day. Oh god, I'll have to make food once. Actually, no, they could still buy takeaway with that. What are we equating a credit to in terms of real world money?
Well, if they're in America, it would be a cent, right?
So you're saying that Chihuahua has $39 to his name?
Yes.
He has $39. Never mind. Yeah, they do need to worry now. That's you're not paying rent with that. Not in New Mexico.
No, a cred and a cent, the alliteration, you know?
Okay, I get that.
And do you want me to be like $1?
Well, yeah, that would make a little more sense. I feel like you know, a sophisticated weapon like a Vandal is going to set you back a decent amount of money.
Maybe they're 3D printed.
You're not getting a Vandal for $29.
Maybe they're 3D printed.
Maybe they are. Maybe, you know what? Yeah.
Maybe they shoot paintballs.
Maybe they do. Yeah, maybe this game is real nice and wholesome.
It's laser tag.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're working under the assumption that all of the agents are like robots or something, because sparks fly out of them. You know? So, in which case, why is KO the way he is? Is that just a stylistic choice? I don't know. Anyway, Machina holding down one area of the map while the rest of the team take the others. Kicks inside the smoke. The Boombot does see him. He has to back up a little further than that. It's difficult to defend this map with shorter range weapons. So open areas, so many places that a Vandal is incredibly effective. So
Especially
can
when
see.
you don't even have a counter-toxin screen.
yeah, every piece of utility is sending Finest back further and further towards site. Alive is going to be the first to move in on A. Up from Dish, searching methodically. I mean, the respect they're giving Finest is definitely palpable. Here comes the knife. It's not going to tag anybody, I don't think. Oh no,
Oh,
Chihuahua
that's
in the
a
back.
nice
Oh,
bolt
but Alive
line.
is closer than that. Alive looking down for more. It's not going to happen, but out comes an Orbital Strike and a Rolling Thunder at the same time. That's going to push back XL all the way.
30 seconds
Finest
left.
try and take back control of this one. Chihuahua gets in from behind, takes down Machina, but Destructive finds Foxy from within the smoke, looking for 2 more. Doesn't quite get the spray transfer, but he does take down 1 more.
Has you seen?
Oh, throws the satchel at the wrong time. Chihuahua's just turning around the corner. He needs to make a choice. Chihuahua is the first to find the head. Alive finishes things off, and XL, it was looking a bit scrappy, but they got it done.
Yeah, a couple of ults from Finest trying to find that same magic that they had in the previous. And it will be a little costly. However, XL, you can see the amount of respect that they are giving Finest. They know that the sort of buy that Finest are on, they're going to be sat backside, right? They're going to be deep, they're going to be entrenched, they're going to be waiting for you to intrude upon them, which is why we do see that fault line invested from Mo. Unfortunately, it does prompt the ults from Finest so that they can't actually capitalize on the fault line, but XL just pull a little bit back, wait for that one to run its course, and then come in knowing that they have the wombo combo of the rifles to be able to win those fights. Now, however, Finest also have the rifles.
Yeah. And they are waiting, watching down all of these angles. In comes Patatech, he'll find the first kill. Bonkar is there with a trade. Mo takes down the ultimate form of Kicks, which neutralizes at least his abilities, but he's still sending out that suppressing pulse. Bonkar trying to just give himself a little bit of room to work with. A little bit of breathing space. Alive gets a kill onto Yassine, shutting him down once again, but Machina is able to find the kill with the operator first. And now it's all up to him. Viper's Pit is utilized by Chihuahua. If Machina can get in quickly, it's not going to happen. He's reloading around the corner. Mo turns back. He doesn't manage to find the kill either. Spraying down into the Viper's Pit. He clears the first corner. He'll find the head of Mo. He's right there. He gets Chihuahua. Machina gives his team another chance to get into this half.
13 HP. We've been here so many times, Twiggy. We've been here so many times. He has enough time as well to go pick up an up. He's just skin
Hell
shopping.
yeah. You know what? Machina, you go get your up. That is well deserved. Look at him.
He's so
Bunny
happy.
hopping backwards to the spike. Look at him go.
He's skipping.
I mean, to be fair, Machina has, you know, he's had a tough time of it in the past couple days. He's not been as effective as other chambers on the servers, but he's really finding his form here now. That was a perfect round.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it too, because he's playing into a Viper where you don't actually have a Viper of your own. So XL, as long as Chihuahua is alive, they have all of the control on how they can actually split up, slice up all of these sites.
Right.
So that even if Machina tries to move forward, you're either putting yourself grossly out of position and you're going to be taken down if you don't have that rendezvous available, or you're pushing yourself into a fight where you are pretty much blind to where XL are going to be posted up from, which is why, once again, XL are veering towards that toxin screen, splitting up B. Unfortunately, Kix is still going to be occupying tower, and we did see the problems that XL faced when trying to push into this, because Destructive is going to be there to play off those flash tries, but that's a beaut of a showstopper right point blank. And unfortunately, no flash is going to be able to save. Kix not quite able to get the suppression in time to save the Brimstone.
Yeah.
However, all of that momentum that XL were looking for to try and open things up with that ultimate has been denied entirely, and they still haven't been able to push Kix out from tower.
Yeah, they haven't really made any headway despite that showstopper. Oh, out comes Yassine. He'll find one. He's not ready for the flank coming from Foxy. He turns around. He wasn't prepared for another player coming from there. Alive. Uncharacteristically misses the operator shot, allowing Kix to get a bullet through his head. Now only 2 players remain for XL, and things are looking a little more dire as seconds go by. 38 seconds on the clock, in fact. Spike down in their hands.
Foxy does have from the shadows though. Like, you can pop it to try and get the
there's
information,
Rolling
but
Thunder.
they're gonna go for it.
Oh, wow. Rolling Thunder straight towards CT, and in they push. Foxy gets blinded by his own teammate. That's going to slow things down just a little bit. Kick's still up there. They need to get that spike down. 18 seconds left on the timer. That's not much of a buffer to work with. Mo turns around the corner, finds ahead of Kix. And now there are 2 players left on the finest side as well. Bonkar and Machina. In they come. Machina, he's looking for a gun, and he gets killed for it. Mo on the site, he gets stunned up, and Bonkar is there. Skin of their teeth. They manage to close out the half. 6-6. And Finest still using that momentum they got from Icebox. Just about. Keeping up with XL now blow for blow.
Yeah, XL not using the Omen ult to get over to the A site. To try and find information on whether or not Finest are still hovering around the B, or to try and get a plant for free. And it does cost them, because even though Mo was able to get Kicks out of the way, Foxy is tinked down to 35 HP, which is very quickly cleared up. Mo then gets caught up in the fault line by Bonkar. And that is round gone to Finest, who are able to even things up. 6-6 as it is just going to be a very fast attacking round from this team. Look at this, Twiggy.
Yep.
2 frenzies going to be coming out. XL have a feeling that that's how this round is going to go down, which is why we do see Alive coming in, trying to get up close and personal. And shoot a couple of heads off point blank range, and then using that rendezvous so that you can get 1 kill and then book it to safety.
Yep. Okay. It's a new half, new teams. Here they come. I'm really finding it hard to separate them whatsoever at the moment. They're both on the same form, it feels like. XL playing their hearts out, but Finest matching them all the way so far. They've made their way all the way onto B. Looks like XL wanted to play a retake game either way. Flanking round to their spawns. Oh my god, Machina gets 2 with the Headhunter. And everybody else posted up in tower. Pop Flash will come through. Patatek fully blind. He'll get taken out by Kix. Mo can't do anything. Finest looking clean on the attack. Alive. Only 1 left. And he can't find the shot either.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of how XL played that one. They had that toxin screen trying to split up that B site right into half as well. Does mean that if you do play for retake, you should be able to keep yourself covered as you come out from arcade onto B.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they don't actually use it. So Finest, who have all of those players up in tower that you can't challenge, just get a shooting range.
Well, Yassine again has brought up a Vandal. We'll have to see if he makes some work out of that one. Last time he did that on the second round, he actually kind of did. He did a lot of damage. He didn't get many kills, but he set up a lot of kills for the rest of the team. And they got that done in very quick fashion. Let's see. Can they do it again, this time on the attacking side? Alive does not find the shot once again. Yassine quicker to the trigger. Foxy turning around the corner with a classic is not going to find anything. Mo onto Destructive for the trade. But you're seeing throws in some utility up there. That's going to back them all out. Patatech is somehow alive there. I don't know how that Aftershock is not doing damage, but you're seeing eventually takes out Mo. Chihuahua onto Kicks. Finest have not made any space happen, but they definitely are making something over towards B. The rest of the team will join the Machina, holding this one down. Doesn't have time to bring out the Marshall. He will not hit a shot whatsoever, but he has his teammates smoke to back up into, and they're going to head straight right back round to A.
Oh my goodness, dancing with death right there. Machina almost goes out of TP range.
Yeah,
and you can see just the frantic S key pressing. But Yassine has actually been able to find one, was hoping that XL would try and backtrack. Chihuahua 20 HP is just going to be sitting behind Crate. Pops out to try and stop that spike from going down. Maybe catch Finest unawares, but Machina is ready with the Spectre.
Yeah.
And Finest, with the ring around the Rosies, will be able to pick up another round on the attack.
Yeah.
They did lose a lot of members though,
Right.
and they did go for that very characteristic now force that has pretty much become synonymous with this team and the style of plays that they like pulling off. So it will be a couple of Vandals, 2 to be exact.
Yeah.
Not a lot compared to what XL are going to be coming out with.
Yeah, no, XL definitely have the upper hand coming into this one, but you really never know with Fracture. Anything can happen at any point, and Finest have been pleasantly surprising us, or pleasantly surprising anybody who's a Finest fan so far. I mean, any good Valorant is pleasantly surprising, I feel like, no matter what team you support, but maybe some people feel differently about that.
This is such a nasty dark cover. It will finally disappear so that Finest can start to move on forward, but there's the sandwich.
No.
Mo not able to set the flashpoint up in time. Foxy still able to find one, holds the ground, able to find a second, will go down.
Oh, Machina! He doesn't have his gun out. Okay, all good. Bongar, last player standing. 0 bullets in that Vandal. He'll get it back reloaded, but he's not going to do anything with the bullets either way. Alive finishes things out. XL get themselves one more round on the board, and this is where they can kind of try and leapfrog off of that. But losing 2 players is going to make for an awkward kind of mid-half-by round.
This could have all gone horribly, horribly wrong, Twiggy. Thankfully, Foxy is able to get the damage done with the rifle before he goes down, Mo providing just enough of a distraction coming through doors.
Yep.
But Finest are sensing blood in the water in terms of the buy. Machina thinks about going for the op to punish XL, try and force them into opting in for a sniper spar, but thinks better of it, and instead the Vandal will do.
Way.
They've already found 2. They've got 3.
You're kidding.
Yassine goes for the spray. It's a shrug, and XL, I'm sure a little bit of their gut is sinking.
I'm going to be honest, Patatech got robbed. Oh my god, nice one, Chihuahua. He's looking for more. Spike is down. He's got Alive to support him, but Alive is very far away. He's got to bide out his time for a little bit. It's a 2v4. We've seen stranger things happen. Chihuahua is going to be the first to scout out the site at the very least. Nobody in main. But he's got a lot of corners to clear if he wants to get anywhere near site. And Alive is coming up. Arcade. That's going to draw the attention of some people. Machina is there with the trade now. Kicks is taken down by Alive, but he's got 2 more players to clear up. He's got the spike to defuse, and it's out in the open. It's planted for the location that XL are holding. He's going to tap it once. Fault line used. He gets out the way of that one, but there's no time whatsoever.
No.
Alive is just going to have to save that Vandal. And, well, Finest get another round.
Tactical retreat.
Yes, tactical retreat. I'm not running away.
Finest are surely feeling so confident.
Yeah.
Coming into this. We said they don't often play Fracture. They have only played it twice
Yeah.
in recorded tournament play. XL, likewise, are not as comfortable on this map either, but Finest have been able to not just adapt to XL's strategy, but really flourish under the fact that Yassine and Machina have actually been finding so much value, so much pressure that they're able to push XL under. We're actually seeing Foxy pick up the Judge. Whether or not it's going to find more value than what we've seen in the previous few days remains to be seen, but Finest are just going to be going straight for the throat. Alive suppressed, will be able to find 1. Chihuahua with the Vandal going to be chiming in for 2. However, Spike is down.
Wow.
And suddenly, every single little card is coming up XL.
Yeah. Alive painfully close to getting a 3K there. Not quite. Headshot through the wall. And Chihuahua will take down one, but both of them, in the end, taken down before they can get anything more done. Finest do have the spike down, but Machina is the last player left alive. They don't know where he is at the very least.
Nope.
If they all turn around this
Nope.
corner and don't check it, it may happen. Patatek able to clear the corner in time. And XL get themselves another round on the board, keeping it close. When I say blow for blow now, I really mean it. Round by round, it is going back and forth.
Yeah, it's just one eco difference.
Yep.
Between both of these teams. And hey, there's an eco run coming up for Finest.
There is indeed.
Or are they
Well,
actually gonna?
actually, I think it's kind of... Yeah, they've got toe to force. I think they're fine.
They're gonna go pushing this. Okay,
Bo
they're
is
gonna.
Yeah, Bulldog. There we go. Okay.
Showstopper for Yasin to try and set things up. Tour de force for Machina. They are really wanting to push into this one. Excel, on the other hand, though, they're going for a very force by themselves.
Yeah, they lost a lot of money that round. They did lose 3 members. But who cares? In goes Yasin. He's stunned. It doesn't matter. He'll just walk in. Over towards Sand Hit.
Is he gonna find any contact?
Foxy.
Oh no!
No way he missed. No way that Showstopper did not do enough damage to get that kill. Foxy stays alive. The jaws of death cannot contain this man. XL forced off site, but Finest not managing to find a kill on the entry there. Can I say Rosa there? That feels very Rosa. -8.
Well, they have been able to get the spike planted with that null command, buying themselves the time to be able to keep XL at bay. However, it's very quickly going to run out, and only now are they able to chime in with kills. Chihuahua does have a Viper's Pit, doesn't really want to use it at the moment. Fans being just a little bit too close to go for that spray, but now Patatek is keeping them at bay. The Viper's Pit can come on through to help XL disguise them and start to get that diffuse ticked off. It's going to pressure all of these members from Finest to come out from their hidey holes to try and stop it from happening, and XL are going to be able to equalize. Twiggy, we have a series on our hands.
Yeah, you can tell XL are having to pull plays out of the book that they wouldn't otherwise. That Viper's Pit was, well, I wouldn't call it desperate, but it was definitely, I want to get as much out of this round as possible. I am not letting my team die here. I'm not letting another incendiary come through. I'm not letting somebody peek around the corner 5 times on A and just slow us down until we don't get that spike defuse. I'm getting this round done with. Chihuahua takes matters into his own hands. He says no more than that.
I mean, they should be able to get this next round too as well, right? That was another reason why that Viper's Pit was invested.
Yeah.
Finest did buy. They splashed the cash, and the cash has unfortunately now run dry.
So for an eco push, Finest, what are they going to select? A little bit of a default, heading both ways towards B. Couple under sewers. Machina still watching stairs, but alive. He's holding down Arcade, and he's not an easy man to displace.
Tower can be so hard to try to break into, especially when Kix only has 1 flash drive to try and open things up.
Oh, I don't like that position now.
Yeah, that
Oh,
top
sorry,
screen. Oh no, that just not quite going past it. Alive actually pulls back at just the wrong moment. Toxin Screen could have dropped and allowed him to get a bird's eye view of all of those players, but with the Bulldog, he's been able to find 2. Will go down in tower. Finest now going to have high ground control, but they still don't have the spike down.
No. Finest now just about getting that spike down, but out comes a Rolling Thunder. It sends Destructive directly into the brain of Patatek. Mo gets the trade for that one, but Foxy will find a stunned up Kix, and Mo will finish it off. XL are the first team to make it into double digits. It's going to be a close finish, but the stakes are much higher for Finest.
Yeah, it really is going to be a close one. XL now actually going to be opting into that operator, going to be potentially mixing up where Alive is going to be positioned, as we are surely going to be seeing a timeout coming through from Finest, as they understand how important this round is. They full buy into it. They don't have ultimates to be able to play with, so it is going to have to be a pixel perfect execution. The worrying thing for them is that Patatek has Showstopper, and XL can either use it to brute force a pick early on when Finest are trying to make an approach onto the site, or they can use it to delay Finest to make sure that if they are pushed away from when they get that spike down into the ground, they can't challenge XL when they come for that retake. And Finest now have a decision. Do you hunt out Patatek and try to bait out the Showstopper the way that we saw XL on their attack, or do you hold your horses, wait for the raise, get the spike down, and then hope that you're able to take Patatek out before that Showstopper becomes an active threat?
Yeah. I mean, this is really a critical round for both teams at this point. XL want to get things over with. They do not want to go to a map 5.
No.
Nobody ever, I guess, technically in map 4 with upper bracket advantage, but still. XL, they've worked so hard to get the advantage that they have coming into this one. They do not want to work any harder for this. They just want to get it over and done with. Finest are fighting tooth and nail to stay in this competition, to give themselves another chance, one more chance, and it would be the last chance, the last map for them to get over the line ahead of XL, deny XL their second Polaris championhood on the trot.
Well, they're going to be hitting the B site. Alive with the operator has been removed. And Finest can start to make their move. Chihuahua's still up though, and that can put a little bit of a wrinkle in the plans. If they want to push on to B, that toxin screen is going to be so hard to try and figure out where these players from XL are going to be pushed up into.
Yep, staying stoic, standing on their sights. Chihuahua holding down B by his lonesome, the rest of the team passively holding A, ready to join their teammate at a moment's notice, ideally.
Foxy can afford to sit that deep too because he does have the ult.
Yep.
If he comes under fire, he should be able to use it to get himself out of the firing range.
So slow, so... I mean, the silence is deafening as Finest wind up for their attack. Kicks will start things off. In they move. The smokes go down, and they make their way onto site. Patatek at the same time wants to make his way through. Yassine takes down Foxy. Patatek gets that trade. The showstopper is out. It's a little late. Mo's already found the head. He'll use that satchel to get round the corner, but Rendezvous away does Machina. He'll find the kill as well, and they're inching closer to making things even once again. Down goes the Spike. Chihuahua trying to come in. He's too late.
It's just going to be potential exit frags or trying to pick apart Finest's economy. It is not in the most clean position. Both of these teams can really quickly spiral into that eco, and Chihuahua knows that he has one snake bite. He can use it to try and clear one angle. Is going to wallbang up top. Is going to be able to find Machina. Thinks maybe there's a play still going to be holding close, but Bonka and Kix have both pulled pretty far back. Bonka does have that fault line. If he does try to go for a little bit of a tap of that diffuser, it's going to immediately be triggered. Kix can now try and push on out. Gonna flash drive. Chihuahua's not gonna be able to find the shot. There's the pick coming from Kix. Finest slow the play down, and they'll be able to hit double digits too.
Kix, I've said it probably 3 times already today. His pop flashes are
Chef's kiss.
mental, perfect every time. The man throws a long flash and it'll hit his teammates, but he throws a short flash, he presses that right-click button. Everyone on the enemy team is completely blind. They have no time to react. That's the power of KO in a lot of these compositions. It's the power of Kix, putting so many hours into that KO. He is clinical. And in those clutch situations, in those situations where they need him the most, Finest, they can always count on him.
Yeah, it's Kix as well. That means that so many people actually survive that showstopper going off because it's him with that 0 point who's able to check site, which alerts Patatek into thinking there are players in drop, which is when that showstopper comes through. But it doesn't actually connect with the members from Finest because that knife being thrown so far means they're not actually close enough to not get to run away from the showstopper in time, as now Finest begin to attack it once again. Is going to be a push at the beginning towards the A. This time XL playing a little closer to the chest, wanting to see whether or not Finest are going to attempt the exact same level of control of having main and drop under their hat at the same time. And Kix is there with that same knife.
Oh, the TB away. Foxy comes back and Machine is waiting for him. Patatek gets 2 with the Spectre at the very least. They'll push him back off site. The Spike is down in front of him, but Machina will spray him through the wall. Destructive in the meantime, taking down Mo. Chihuahua is there with a trade. It's a 2v2 now. They need to find a little more than that. They have control of the Spike. They have... Take it, Destructive. Get that on the ground. Out comes Chihuahua. He's going to throw down a snakebite to try and displace Destructive, but he's standing where he is. He doesn't want to move whatsoever. The orbital strike will push out Chihuahua, but he'll find the shots that he needs to find onto Destructive, and now it's just Kix versus the world. Once again, can he pull out the clutch when he's needed most? He finds a kill onto Chihuahua, 5 HP, out goes the fragment, alive, waiting around the corner, he'll turn, he'll find the headshot. XL take it 1 round closer.
We're so close, Twiggy. We're so close to either the stand of the series or the beginning of another map, and it is going to come down to these micro plays from all of these players in this lobby at the moment. It was so close to being there for Finest. If that orbital strike had been able to pick up one of them, if it had been able to push them into the waiting arms of Kicks with that KO, it would have been a success. They would have taken the round. XL, despite winning the round, are pulling out the timeout. They know how close they came to losing that one. They know how close they came to having to force up with Finest looking into the eyes of match point.
Yeah, this is amazing Valorant. The analyst desk are sitting here because it's very close to one of the teams winning, and they're just nodding their heads. They're in awe at some of these rounds. This is perfect Valorant. It comes down to the wire every time. One player from each team. Nobody can leave enough slack for the enemy team to take advantage of, otherwise the game's over. So both teams, all 5 players, giving it everything they've got. Finest to stay in the competition. XL to make their way through, to get Finest off their backs. Finest, they're down to a low buy once again. They're going to probably have to give XL this match point. And then they're going to have to come back into this one. Bring it back on overtime, make it 14-12 if they want to get this through to map 5, through to their final chance of getting through.
Oh, that's...
They are forcing.
They're forcing. This is the round that decides.
Here it is.
Twiggy. This is the round. Finest never like to run into those ecos. If there is a fight that they feel confident, they will take it. And looking at how close XL are to these ultimates, this is the round that they need to start coming back through. Kicks is going to start things off with the null command.
Oh, no.
Showstopper coming out from
No
Yassine,
way.
but he runs into the fragment!
Okay, well, Alive is down as well, so mutual death there. Chihuahua watching sight. Finest have made their way through using those sky smokes. They will get that spike down. It makes it a 4v4. It's in their favor right now, but XL could turn on a dime at any point. They're waiting, they're going for this 4v4 retake, but no matter how much time you take, Finest, they're not moving. You're going to have to run into them at some point, into the waiting arms. First off of Machina, out comes the Aftershock, but Destructive finds the first kill just around the corner. Chihuahua dies straight in front of Foxy. Mo takes down Machina. 3v3, pop flash from Kicks is going to be essential here. Flash drive round the corner, in they come. Mo is fully flashed, she'll take down one. Patatek is there with the trade. Bonka finds one more. It's down to a 1v1. Patatek, this is for all the beans at this point. Bonka, he's looking for it, but Patatek's quicker. He'll get the defuse. He'll take it to match point.
Oh my goodness, it was so close, Twiggy. Unfortunately, Bonka just did not have the space to be able to line up for that fault line. Patatek would have gone hunting for that Breach's head if he'd known that he'd been trapped in an animation, and instead he just has to try and line these shots up. It is going to be match point, but that was Finest's best bet at being able to come back from this, Twiggy. They used the Showstopper, they used the null command, they were desperate to get onto that B-side as fast as possible, and unfortunately, something just went a little bit awry in the chain of communication. And now, that result of the Force, it's showing itself. It's not a clean buy. Machina is gonna pop the tour de force. Everything comes down to this Chamber's shoulders. He has to find the value for his team. He has to be the one that allows Finest to get that foot in the door.
If there was ever a time to bring this back here, you did it once on Icebox. You need to do it again. Machina playing with fire around the corner, and Alive is the one to hit the shot. XL inch closer and closer to that 13th round. Kicks is over towards A by his lonesome. He can't get anything there by himself. He cannot risk that. The rest of his team are counting on him so much. They're over towards B, they're waiting. They do not want to go for this engagement now. It could all be over in the flash, in the blink of an eye. Bonka around the corner, he has a Bulldog in hand. That's not a good weapon to come up against. Not only an operator, but a tour de force as well.
They're being so slow. There's 43 seconds left, they're so split. Bonka and Destructive can do so much to try and sell this B push, but at the same time, XL can just sit on the A side. There's the Rolling Thunder, it's selling the ruse.
This is
then
perfect.
it's gonna be a B push!
No! Kicks doesn't find the hit. Patatek takes him down from behind. XL now one more man up, and the Rolling Thunder has already been committed by Finest. Now they have to make a decision. They have to get onto a site dry. No more ults available. Alive will find one more pick. It's the death toll for XL. They're almost through. One more player to deal with. It's Yassine. He's brought out the heroics a few times this time. He has the spike. He's going to be able to plant it down on B. The rest of XL, they're all over towards A. All he needs to do is take them down one by one. XL, they're not going to let that happen without a fight. All of them, high health. They're coming in. Over through CT, one towards stairs. Yassine has no information to work with whatsoever. He drops down towards Arcade. Guardian in hand. All of this to get back at Excel, give them another chance. The defuse is coming through. He's
just
not going to have
sticking.
any time to get towards site. Excel are your Polaris champions for the second stage in a row. They're heading to the VRL finals as the Northern Europe representative. Take it away, Analyst Desk.
XL walk away with the win. Yes, they can bleed. They dropped one map, but they are once again the Pathfinders. Absolute dominant performance this time around. Clutch after clutch. These playoffs were incredible, to say the least. MP, wow.
I mean, the reigning champions does it again. That's insane. 2 players have switched away from this roster. 2 players were brought in. I would even say one of the key players, Foxy, alive. Both of those have been doing insane work for Excel. Foxy on the IG Link department and alive on the fragging department. But on this map, it wasn't just only those 2. It was more than that. Patek, Mo, and Chihuahua.
Coming into this tournament, these guys have been the heavy favorites, and this performance today and throughout the entirety of playoffs has shown us why. So good on all of their members. Their coordination, their utility usage, their individuals and clutching capabilities are out of this world and are deservedly the best in Northern Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. Excel looking good, but we have to look on the other side as well. Finest, they were a good contender to Excel. We were even thinking that we get all the way to 3 maps onto this fracture. Start of this fracture, Finest was looking so good. I mean, Yasin, we have to talk about Yasin just popping off in those last 2 maps. Just crazy how he's able to do so much with the race. Imagine if Yasin was able to do that on every single game. I mean, obviously, it's impossible, pretty much. No single player is that consistent, but still, it's insane how good Yasin was.
I know I've made my 3 points earlier on, which means Yasin.
Yeah.
But in this endeavor, I think you can also mention that there's a 4th and 5th point. That's kicks and kicks. The guy is insane. He's so young, so much potential. Even though they didn't scrap up the victory today, they deserve it massively.
Yeah, we also highlighted Patek as one of those incredible players on the XL roster and coming out on the MVP. Both Razors doing really well, highlighting the strength of that Asian on this map.
Absolutely. I feel like at the halfway point, Patek was like, oh, Yasin is doing really good. Wait, I have the same agent? Oh, let's pump up the gas right there. Let's go for that MVP. And he got it. Obviously, the team MVP. Yasin being the match MVP, 305 ACS. The ACS average that he has been able to gather in this match is crazy. 403 on that last match on Icebox. I mean, this guy just played live games, but it wasn't quite enough for this win.
He was instrumental, especially on the attack of Excel, right? They managed to get 6 consecutive rounds during that spree, even though Finest had a very solid start and were able to close it out a little bit in the end and keep it even 6-6. The fact that Excel even had that advantage was down to the ability of this guy to completely open up sights and help his team gain a numbers advantage, so by the end of it, they have a better chance.
Yeah, we expected Excel to be the ones walking away with the win, and that's exactly what happened here. Their performance this weekend has been absolutely incredible, to say the least. They've only dropped 1 map out of every single one of these games. They came in as a top seed. They've lost to Finest before. That was during the regular season, during the group stage, but they did not make that same mistake. It feels like this is one of those teams that every single week on week, game by game, they've just stepped up their game and they've just been improving.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was a point where we were like, okay, this might be actually going the 4th map. Absolutely. At the start of Fracture, Finest was looking really good. But one thing that EXO is really good at is adapting. They can adapt really good. They can absolutely read your game and just come with the full force. I love how EXO are bringing the timeouts in and just rethinking of the approach, how they approach the game. And I think that's really good. Just going to Chumpy, he's like, okay, we have to think about something. And I mean, it has worked time and time again on this map. It was crazy.
I know we're praising Excel a lot, and it's for good reason. They were by far the best team in the league. That doesn't mean that the journey has stopped, though, right? Yep. They have to face up against other victors of VALORANT regional leagues, right, in the finals of that particular tournament. And, you know, there's a lot of heavy competition there. Yep. So there are some mistakes, some weaknesses that need to be ironed out still. But, you know, the fact that their run has been so dominant does kind of give us some hopes that maybe Northern Europe can be on the top.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Last time around, it was a lower bracket run from Excel on the playoffs. They then actually went on to qualify for the VALORANT Regional League, for the VCT Promotion Tournament, actually. And unfortunately, it didn't really plan out the way that they expected to. This time, however, Excel have gone on that boot camp. That boot camp buff has really, really come in. And now that we're going to be going to the VALORANT Regional League finals, they're going to be representing our region. Guys, please do us proud. I know you will, but, you know, I gotta slip that in there.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I really want to see in VALORANT Regional League finals is that repeat from TenStar and Excel, that final there. Obviously now Mad Lions, they are still battling out against Vitality, but that could be definitely one chance where we see this repeat. We see this Excel versus this old TenStar, and I think that is actually probably the hardest competition onto Excel. That Mad Lions roster, they have improved so much. There's already 3 teams qualified for this. It's FUT Esports, Case Esports, and Angry Titans, and now 4th Excel. And I think rest of them is going to come today as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together, guys.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's all coming together nicely. We have an interview as well to hear final thoughts from Alive from the Excel roster. We've had him on a couple of times. So first of all, congratulations, guys. You actually walk away with the win. You lose one map, but you still did it. How does it feel to be the Pathfinders once again?
It feels amazing, and I can't thank enough my teammates. It's just incredible, and yeah, enjoy the moment.
They love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have had already a tremendous amount of work that you have put in, but the VRL finals are in 3 weeks. What is the preparation for that? Could be there another boot camp right before the regional finals, or maybe when the regional finals start?
Honestly, I don't know yet, but we will see. Excel give us the best based facilities, based environment.
Oh, well, Alive, I know you're kind of not really in your region right now, right? Coming in from Israel, now you're in Northern Europe. I mean, this is a roster with all sort of regions blending together, really. But I know you've also got some fans watching at home and people that have been following. Do you have any words, either in your own language, that you'd like to share to them?
Yeah. קודם כל, תודה לכל מי שצופה בי, מי שתומך, אני מעריך את כולכם, את כל הקהל הישראלי, גם מי שצפה בי לפני שהצטרפתי וגם מי שאחרי, מעריך את כולכם ותודה רבה. That's it.
Well, thank you so much for that. And as we're going to be heading to the Regional League finals, the question here is, what team are you looking forward the most to competing against?
That's a tough question, but I don't know yet who is all the teams, so I don't know yet. But yeah, you need to ask that question again later.
Which region? Which region, maybe?
Which region? Probably Spain. Probably Spain or France. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Potentially, we could be looking for that Mad Lions old 10-star roster. But thank you so much for the interview. I really hope you guys enjoy your celebration. You have definitely deserved it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see more of you guys on the VALORANT Regional League finals.
We will see you. Bye-bye.
Well, that was incredible. I'm really looking forward to how Excel is going to be performing in the Regional League, but I think not to take away from any of the other rosters that we've seen here, whether it was this weekend or whether it was the entirety of the split here at Stage 2 Polaris, every single one of these teams, they've come forward, they have genuinely put on an incredible showing and an incredible performance. So shout out to every single one of those rosters. But MP, final words coming from you by any chance?
I mean, it's been an amazing weekend, and the 7 weeks before that, it was so good competition. Excel, obviously, they were one of the favorites, if not the favorite. Second timer, the 2-timer Excel. I love how they ended this. They gave Finest one chance on that one map, and it was a thriller in the end as well.
Yeah, speaking about giving Finest a chance, we have that clip ready as well, MP, that you have requested, so thank you, production, for that, where it does highlight how Finest have genuinely gotten themselves in the bank.
Yeah, and not only Finest, but Yassine. I mean, we have talked about this guy. Look at already coming into the site. Yassine all alone, single player in this side, 5 HP instantly after the first duel, and he's able to get few kills with the rifle, but then Satchel nade, that Satchel on the Chihuahua just to delay the push from drop, obviously a little help from the teammate as
Yeah.
well, but still that
Just a
4K.
bit.
Yeah.
In like what 7 seconds, I think
Yeah.
something like that. Yasin is able to just pop off, and I think that was the name of the game for the last 2 maps. Yasin
Yeah,
was
for
on
sure.
fire, and it's frustrating for Yasin for sure. Like dropping so many kills, getting so many rounds for themselves. I know it's really, really hard to come back from this, but I just hope these teams stick together. I hope they keep on building. It would be just amazing to see them.
I know we're spending time on giving praise to Finest, so I'm going to do the same thing. For everybody watching at home, there are 2 names you need to remember. Of course, Yasin. He's been around for a while, and I think he can stick around for some more as well. But some guy that is newer to the scene is Kix. He's only 16 years old, and you'll be hearing a lot of him, and hopefully in VCT soon. Fingers crossed, that guy deserves it all.
Well, thank you guys for that. But for those of you at home, you know, we might have some celebrations here because we do have our Pathfinder. But you can have a little celebration of yourself if you win the giveaway. Exclamation mark giveaway in the chat just so that you guys are aware it is still going on. And there are some pretty decent prizes to be walking away with, if I do say so myself. We got prizes from Team CG, SideQuest, Noble Chess, every single one of these sponsors. So thank you guys so much for making that possible. And just a reminder, exclamation mark giveaway in the chat if you guys want to enter.
Can I get some Valorant points, please? I want some.
Do
I want some
you
more
really need
skins.
them?
I always
Skins
want more
not gonna
skins.
make you better, Pavlos. I just feel like I need
no,
to
They make me
actually
feel
do.
better. They make me feel better, and therefore I play better.
They're not gonna make you get to plat.
I swear.
I already got there. I already got there. That doesn't stand anymore.
Ah!
Oh, made it.
No, but I'm actually going to refute your point. They absolutely do make you better. On my main account, I have Reaver Vandal, Forsaken Vandal. Yeah, I can't
Riot
get anything
Gun Buddy,
done.
hit him up if you
True.
want
I
one.
can't get anything done with those. No, don't hit me up. That's
It's
actually
MP on
Ginny.
Twitter.
That's actually Ginny. Ginny is the one who gives out all of the gun
And
buddies.
before we all receive DMs about gun buddies.
Okay,
yeah,
cut
skins
to
make
10.
wins, giveaway, you get the idea.
Yeah. But speaking of socials, Val League NE also has a lot of socials that you can follow to stay up to date with the action. There should be popping up at the bottom. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well, just like that broadcast magic. I know Pavlos is very excited to be seeing them down there. But as this is, you know, our final desk segment of Polaris 2022, you know, I just want to take a moment to like really let that sink in. The production has done an incredible job over the last couple of months to make all of this possible, and it has been absolutely amazing to be a part of it. Before we close it out, I'm going to be starting off with you, MP. Your final words, your final shout-outs here at Polaris.
I mean, it's the second time for me on this desk, and it's been always wonderful. Whether it's Ian Chambers, whether it's Ginny, whether it's Pavlos, everyone on the desk has been so amazing, and I've been just so free right here. I feel like there's so much freedom. Always these guys just
much
driving
freedom.
around me. Also production. Everybody in production, amazing. I would like to give a special shout out for Jay for those Photoshop. They are actually Photoshop. We don't
Is it
have
Photoshop? I'm
dinosaur.
pretty sure there are dinosaurs running around here. If you guys don't know what's
Yeah.
going on, pretty much check out Twitter, _NE. I'm pretty sure there was a retweet of one of those.
Yeah, but everyone who has been a part of this, thank you. Thank for you guys, especially the viewers. I mean, we wouldn't do this without you. It was amazing to follow. Who car stories, all of the fans out there, XL fans, everybody. And it's always lovely to turn out to VALORANT Regional League Northern Europe Polaris Twitch chat.
You finally got that. You finally got
just
it.
clap,
Took
MP
the
did it.
entire season
Yes.
to be able to say all that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
impressive.
I went to the mirror and I was like,
He's like practicing it last night.
Basically, My Fair Lady type of thing, trying to learn how to
Yeah.
speak all over again.
Pavlos?
Oh, yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. Of course, my second split. Last time around, I was casting grand finals. Now I'm on the desk for the grand finals. So, you know, it's been amazing. Awesome journey. Production's been awesome. Observing team's been awesome. Admin team's been awesome. Everyone behind the scenes has been great, including you guys. And the teams that have been competing have only been getting better. And I'm so excited to see as we progress into the bigger, as these teams progress into the bigger stages. I will be looking forward to seeing them because we've essentially grown up with them at this
A
point.
little tear in my eye.
Little tear in our eyes.
Just gonna wipe
absolutely.
it away. No, that's just my eyelashes. Anyway, I want to say thank you as well to production. We've said it already, and I'll say it again. They've been absolutely killing it over the last couple of weeks. The players, they've all improved, and it was an absolute pleasure. Last time I was casting these games. This time I'm here hosting the desk with MP, and it was an experience for sure. I'm joking. It was absolutely lovely. I enjoyed every single second of it. And again, Twitch chat, thank you all so much for the support, for watching, and just for being around. We'll hope to see you guys again in 2023. Enjoy the rest of the year, enjoy the rest of your evening, and don't flame, don't be toxic.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Just left. Spike down A. One enemy. Enemy remaining. 30 seconds left. Flawless. Duck. Headshot. One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left. One enemy.
Do it better.
One enemy remaining.
Silence.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.